Hi, it's Gary Marsh from Gary Marsh Quality Decorators here, and today I'm here on behalf of Trade Decorator TV to do a review. But before I do that review, please like the page and hit the bell button and you'll be notified of all future reviews by the team. Okay, so let's get started. What am I reviewing today? It is the DEROS II 750 175mm sander, Dustless sander. Yeah, so there we have it there. So before I go into the logistics of this thing, let's have a look, see what you get in the box. So obviously the usual box there. Obviously you get the sander, you get the protection plate. Great, these things, because before these came out I was forever having to replace the backing disc, because obviously with the best will in the world, when you're sanding you do bash the sides down again. These tend to get worn down, and then the sanding pad that goes on top becomes bigger and you start getting bits of dust. With this I got some extra pads as well. I got the 120s, the 180s and the 80s as well. I'll probably use the 180s and the 120s more than anything else. Okay, just before I get started, I thought I'd just show you this. I've got the guard fitted there. So basically it's a simple procedure if you haven't used the Dustless sander before. Obviously plug your power cable in, the extractor into the bottom there. So basically it sucks all the dust through there. And obviously I've got the amber net. I'm using the 120 here, and basically it just, so easy, it just goes on top there. Yeah, all sorted. So power, suction, sanding pad, guard, and we're good to go. Let's see how it goes. So basically, obviously, power on, and it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 settings, or 7 settings, sorry. So basically, you can see the lights there, which are cool, so you know what speed you're on. Obviously it depends on the surface. Sometimes you like a slow sand. So basically there we are there. So obviously when you push that down, and one thing I've noticed straight away is on the full power setting there, there's very little vibration, so I'm hoping it's going to be the same on the walls and the ceiling. So let's go. Okay, so I've got this on the setting about halfway, because basically it doesn't need much power on this ceiling, because it's quite a powerful machine this is. So we'll get started. I'll point out as well is the light flashes here, so when it's flashing you know when to turn it off when you're not using it, because there's nothing worse, because it's quite dangerous if you just catch it when it's like just lying on like that, it rests. So make sure when you're not in use you turn it off when the light's flashing. Yeah, so first impressions, yeah, it's gliding lovely over the ceiling. I've got a medium setting. It's taken all the nibs off and the bits of fill I filled yesterday. So I'll continue doing this and then I'll jump into the walls. Okay, so the ceiling has all been sanded. It took us about 10-15 minutes. It was ideal ceiling actually, because a lot of you'll know, you probably do the same as me, you don't have to sand every ceiling, because basically some ceilings is okay, obviously with a matte finish. But this one, it's a newish build. You can see tapes. I did a lot of filling yesterday on it, because there's a few nails popped and things like that. But like I said, 10-15 minutes I've been round with the sander. And that's all done. What I like to do is, all decorators are different. I like my ceiling painted first, and then I'll sand my walls just after, just in case any bits splash on the walls after I've sanded. So I like to get my ceiling sanded, ceiling painted, sand walls, then paint walls. Okay, so I'm about to start this wall here. Like I said, the size difference between the 150 and the 175 is quite significant, as you can see there. So it's ideal for walls and ceilings. Ideal for this. You cover, like I say, I've been using it a few days now on a few different jobs, and basically I'm covering a lot more space, obviously, because it's a bigger unit. So I'll crack on with these walls now. as before I've mentioned, when I'm using this, I've noticed there's a lot less vibration. Obviously it's the Mark II DEROS II. Like I say, I can use it for, well, not supposed to use it for hours, but I do use it for quite a long periods of time, and it's ideal for that. Okay, so I'm just about done sanding this room down now. Just a little bit to finish off here. Then I'm all ready for paint. The wall behind's getting papered, so that's been sanded down. So it's nice and smooth, the wallpaper. The walls, these ones here, getting emulsioned. So they're about smooth, all ready for the paint going on. It's 40 minutes all in all, ceilings and walls all sanded to a good finish, ready for paint and wallpaper. So like I say, with that 25mm extra, so I'll just show you here. You can see there the size difference. That's what I normally use in ceilings and walls. But this, I think this is designed for ceilings and walls. And like I say, that little bit difference makes all the difference. Because I'm getting through this a lot quicker than I normally would with that. It's a quick spin round of the room. Obviously, the ceiling's all been sanded, and that's been painted now. The walls, again, I've just finished sanding. So you can see there, spinning round, right round to there. Again, the walls took about 20 minutes, they're all sanded, plus the added bonus of no dust anywhere. So that keeps me happy for being healthy, and it keeps the customer happy for no dust flying around the house. Okay, before I give my thoughts on the Mirka DEROS II 175mm, I thought I'd enlighten you all the benefits of dustless sanding. Number one, it reduces the amount of dust you and others around breathe in, so the air's much cleaner basically. Number two, there's less mess, quicker cleanup. Number three, more professional results, because basically the finish is much better with a dustless sand than it is if you're doing it by hand. It's a no-brainer that way, really. Number four, increased efficiency. Like I said, it's quicker time cleaning up, and obviously you can cover a greater area in less time. And number five, probably one that isn't mentioned much, is the client satisfaction. The clients love the fact that there's little dust in the homes, and the fact you're taking so much care and attention working the property. Again, no brainer. I actually mentioned the fact I use dustless sanding when I'm putting quotes together, and you'd be surprised how much that helps in winning jobs. I can definitely say that dustless sanding has been probably one of the best investments I've made in 29 years of being self-employed. I basically wish I started sooner, and these machines pay for themselves straight away. Right, back to the review. I've been using the Mirka DEROS 750 with 175mm pad for a few weeks now, and it's time to let you know my thoughts. So basically, the last few years I've mainly used 150mm on ceilings, walls and large surface areas, but I've got to say this is a game changer for me. You might think, well, what's the extra 25mm going to do? But as I shown you earlier, there's quite a difference. You notice it more when you're sanding. Again, you're covering more area. So with a bigger pad covering more area, you're getting better results quicker. And also with a bigger pad, you're getting more vacuum holes. So air's much cleaner as well. So you can see there, more holes. If you register your sander with the 2+1 year warranty within 30 days of purchase, if your sander's stolen, it'll only cost you £100 plus VAT to replace it. So make sure you register it if you ever buy a new machine. Righty, what does it cost? Well, it can vary. You can buy it solo form, or there's different packages available, like the Deco Solution Kit. So anything between £5 and £6.50. But please shop around, because I know some suppliers have some great offers on now and again. But remember, if you're going to have one of these, you have to purchase an extractor as well to go with it. Right, is this sander worth the investment? Most definitely. This will pay itself in no time, with all the reasons I gave earlier, basically. In my opinion, this is a must-have for any decorator in your sanding arsenal and just basically your kit. So now I'll whip out the 175 when I'm sanding walls, whereas I used to use the 150 all the time. So I'll be definitely using the 175 more often. So this is definitely a 10 out of 10 from me. So basically that's the end of my review. I hope you've enjoyed it, found it informative. So please, if you have any questions or you have any thoughts, please let us know in the comment section. So as always, please follow Trade Decorator TV on YouTube. Click the bell button in the corner and you'll be notified of all future reviews by the team here at Trade Decorator TV. So that's it. That's me all done. I'm off to sand some walls down and I'll catch you later.